Twist and Turn, the musical. A.J. Skelton. And that was the first time I died. I saw that bright light they all talk about, spooky stuff going on, weird noises, voices but not voices. I can't really put my finger on it. It was all unknown, but kind of familiar too. Confusing, comforting, real but not real, warm and cold, all at the same time. And despite knowing I was dead, the funny thing was I could still smell the petrol and hear the engine, the noise. Yeah, that was it. It was reassuring, that sound that you know, you love. You know what I'm talking about. The sound of the engine. After all, it's all about you and your bike, isn't it? It was the 1971 TT races here on the Isle of Man. Well, you don't forget the year you died, do you? You know, the year before, there'd been more deaths in the TT than ever before, or since. 6 guys in 1970. Think about it, 6. The year after my second TT, well, I really thought I'd join them. I thought I was going to be a winner. I never knew the year I died, the first time, would be my last TT. I still say it was her fault. Annie Maguire. How come a teacher ends up a motorbike designer? I don't know. Even after all these years, she's got contracts with manufacturers around the world. She's won awards. She's still in demand. They say she's got flair. Creative even. Annie thinks outside the box. But motorbikes are for men. End of. It's not a woman's world. Back then, I was one of her guinea pigs, and she almost killed me. Try this new bike, she said. It's a prototype, she said. She was talking about airflow and carbon fibre and science fiction stuff. Truth be told, I didn't understand half of it, but she said it would help me go faster. That was all I needed to hear. She didn't tell me I'd crash. She certainly didn't tell me I'd die. Now look at me, a cripple. When that bike crashed, that beautiful bike, I really thought that was it. Well, for a few seconds it was. And then I felt a hand in mine. It was a small, soft hand, and it just squeezed me, gentle-like. And then boom! There I was on my back. Oh man, the pain! Oh, you just wouldn't believe it. All over. Smashed my leg to pieces, but I couldn't feel it. They said I'd never walk again. Well, they said a lot of things. They didn't have video replays then. Marshals on the course said I'd been reckless. Stupid even. What do they know? A bunch of wannabes. Truth is, I tried to push it where I shouldn't have, and well, then I lost it. Before I knew it, I was off the road, flying like a bird. Oh, she'd gone all right. My beautiful bike flew down onto the rocks, and I followed her, back to the nest. Now look at me, held together with pins and this bloody caliper. But I know the fairies saved me. Because I believed, always have done. I believe in themselves, as we call them here on the island. Oh yeah, they saved me all right. They decided to give me another chance. Now I know what you're thinking, but it's true. Ignore the fairies at your peril. That's what got a lot of guys killed. No respect for the island, no respect for the mountains, and certainly no respect for themselves. There's been things going on here for hundreds of years, things you can't explain. It's what makes the Isle of Man special. It's alive! Nothing goes on here that themselves don't know about. You've seen the ferry bridge on the road from Douglas out to Port Erin. You know it's bad luck not to greet the fairies when you're crossing it. I could have been somebody. I got medals to prove it. Come and have a drink in my bar. You'll see all the pictures of me, what the papers said. Junior champion 2 years running I was. And then there was the second time I died. Bernie, he's the son-in-law, well, he found me. He should have left me hanging in the garage out back. Let me finish the job. When my Rosie died, it was like a part of me had gone. She was far too young. They never really found the reason. But at least she died peacefully, in her sleep. Mind you, she believed as well. Maybe themselves wanted her for some reason, but I just couldn't stand it. It was the loneliness. Have you ever been lonely? Really lonely? Surrounded by people in a bar, all joking and drinking and having a good time. Rosie knew what she was letting herself in for when she married me. She knew I was a loser. I'd never been. Not even a has-been. Wasn't that good. It was Rosie's idea to open this place and call it Skelton's Bar. Put your name over the door, AJ, she said. Make sure they never forget this family. Be proud, she said. And then, completely out of the blue, they took her. I couldn't stand it. I tried to go on, but the daughter, Charlotte, well, she was all grown up. She'd met and married Bernie. He's not all bad. And then there was Robbie. What kind of a son is he, eh? He made his mum so proud. He couldn't do a thing wrong in her eyes. Now he is a winner. Always been a winner. A mummy's boy without being a mummy's boy. You know what I mean? She adored him, encouraged him every step of the way. Junior champion, just like me. TT champion, well, not like me. World Superbike champion, definitely not me. He was her number one, all right. And then he just stopped calling. Too busy. Too up himself. Couldn't be bothered messaging or even turning up for his own mum's funeral. You know something? I've not heard a word from him for over 6 years. 6. It would have broken her heart. It did mine. So anyway, that's when I decided enough was enough. And Bernie had to be the one to find me and cut me down. It was still warm and reassuring, though. I could still smell the petrol. I saw her, you know. Saw Rosie. For a split second, we were back together again. She smiled that smile of hers, and I was back there all those years ago. She was the love of my life. Now that's a bit touchy-feely, eh? No small hand this time. Just me coughing my guts up and Bernie manhandling me to the floor. Thank God he didn't try and kiss me. What's it called? Mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. Anyway, that was the second time I died. And now Robbie is back on the island, here to pick up some sort of award. I know one thing. If he shows up here, I'll kill the bastard. The way he treated his mum, he's no son of mine anymore. And if I don't get him, themselves will. Oh, trust me, they will. That time already. Lots of thirsty guys arriving by the sound of it. Bernie's doing his thing tonight with his band, Bernie and the Blowbacks. He reckons he's doing a new song he wrote for his wife, my daughter. Well, just so long as it makes them dance, work up a thirst. A good storm. That's what we need.
Dreaming all night, dreaming of glory. The morning revs up, you're here for me. You whisper my name, I'm kissed by the sun. You pull me in close and I know I belong. We're riding on air, the burning's too much. She drives me wild with a mountain touch. Together we fit like a perfect glove. The perfect glove. The perfect glove. You and me, we got the bets are all off, the flags are flying. My baby leans in and calls me her lion. Nothing's too much, there's nowhere to hide. We're walking on air, oh yeah, we've arrived. I'm walking on air, we're pushing on strong. My baby's with me singing, singing our song. She drives me wild with her mountain touch. She tames the lion, some call it love. We're riding on air, the burning's too much. She drives me wild with a mountain touch. Together we fit like a perfect glove. The perfect glove. The perfect glove. Without my baby, I'm a total wreck. I'm fueled by caffeine with a cobalt neck. I need more speed, no time to share. Keep a cool head now, I'm almost there. That perfect glove, still holding on. She pulls me in close, I know I belong. She drives me wild with a mountain touch. Together we fit like a perfect glove. We're riding on air, the burning's too much. She drives me wild with a mountain touch. Together we fit like a perfect glove. The perfect glove. The perfect glove. Oh yeah, we're riding on air, the burning's too much. She drives me wild with a mountain touch. Together we fit like a perfect glove. The perfect glove. The perfect glove. We got the perfect glove.